The moment she walks out of your life, everything feels like it collapses. The air feels heavier, the silence is louder, and the most natural reaction is panic. Grabbing your phone, drafting a text, replaying the last fight in your head, wondering if just one more word, one more promise could bring her back. But in these chaotic moments, you need a clear anchor. Not 5 rules, not 10 tips, just one. A single principle to hold on to when your heart and mind are spiraling. That's what this video is about, the one rule to follow the day she leaves. If you grasp this and stick to it, you'll not only save yourself from deeper pain, you'll start the process of healing and self-respect. Let's break it down. The rule: no contact. The one rule is simple: no contact. No late-night texts, no scrolling her social media, no accidental run-ins, no pleading messages that only give her more power. The urge to reach out will feel overwhelming because your brain is wired to seek connection, especially after a sudden loss. But this rule isn't just about her, it's about you. No contact is about creating space. It's about cutting off the addictive cycle that keeps you dependent on her responses, her validation, her attention. When you stop feeding that loop, you start to regain control over yourself. Why no contact matters. 1. Emotional detox. Think of it like quitting a drug. Each time you reach for your phone, you're craving a hit of dopamine, the hope she might reply. But every unanswered message deepens the wound. No contact is painful at first, but like withdrawal, it's the path toward detox. And just like detoxing from a substance, the first days are the hardest. Your mind and body crave the old habit. But every day you resist, you're rewiring your brain to stop depending on her for comfort. 2. Reclaiming power. When you chase, you put her in control. You hand her the power to decide whether you feel good or worthless. Cutting contact flips the script. It's you choosing not to participate in the game anymore. The first time you ignore the urge to send a message, you reclaim a piece of yourself. Do it again, and soon you start feeling whole again. 3. Breaking illusions. In those first days, your mind will invent excuses, like, maybe she just needs space. Maybe if I explain better. These thoughts keep you trapped. Silence forces you to face reality. It ends the bargaining phase and begins acceptance. It's like walking into a room filled with smoke. At first, you can't see clearly and you assume shadows are something they're not. But once the smoke clears, you see things as they really are. No contact clears the smoke. Common mistakes to avoid. Mistake 1. Checking her socials. You think you'll find clues. Instead, you'll find pain. Every new picture, every like, every story, your brain interprets it as rejection. The rule includes staying off her digital trail. Social media is not a mirror of reality, it's a curated highlight reel. Don't let illusions tear at you. Mistake 2. Seeking closure. Closure doesn't come from her. It comes from you. Texting for one last talk only reopens the wound. Respect yourself enough to end it cleanly. Understand that closure is often just another word for seeking comfort. And comfort from the same person who hurt you will always be unstable. Mistake 3. Using mutual friends. Asking friends for updates only drags others into your struggle and keeps you tied to her. Protect your energy by keeping your circle clean. Friends may mean well, but relaying her every move keeps you stuck. Let her life move forward and focus on yours. Mistake 4. Self-sabotage. Some men turn to self-destructive behaviors, drinking more, isolating themselves, or jumping into unhealthy rebounds. These only mask the pain temporarily. the deeper wound is still there. No contact means not only cutting her off, but also cutting off the habits that keep you weak. No contact isn't just about avoidance, it's about redirection. Here's what you do with that freed up space. 1. Physical reset. Your body is carrying stress. Work out, go running, lift weights. Move your body until your mind follows. The endorphins will help you stabilize. Even short workouts create small victories that build momentum. Mental reset. Journaling, meditation, or even recording voice notes. Get the storm out of your head and onto paper. This isn't about being poetic, it's about release. Think of it as decluttering your mind. Social reset. Reconnect with friends you've neglected. Build new connections. When she leaves, it feels like your entire social world collapsed, but you can rebuild it stronger. Don't isolate yourself because loneliness feeds the urge to break contact. Purpose reset. Channel the energy into your goals, career, studies, passion projects. Pain is fuel if you point it in the right direction. Some of the most powerful transformations come from heartbreak because the raw energy is undeniable. Harness it instead of wasting it. Imagine 2 men. The first man breaks no contact. He texts her at 2 a.m., begging for another chance. She doesn't reply. He spirals deeper, feeling smaller each day. His dignity shrinks, his self-esteem erodes, and the pain lasts longer than it ever needed to. The second man feels the same urges, but holds the line. He puts the phone down, he goes for a run, he journals. Weeks later, he's stronger, sharper, and more grounded. She notices the silence. Maybe she reaches out. But by then, he's already beyond the need for her validation. Both men felt the same pain. The difference was the one rule. Right now, it feels impossible. It feels like silence will kill you. But silence isn't the enemy. It's the medicine. Every day you stay in no contact, you're telling yourself, my life is mine. My peace is mine. My future is mine. And one day, you'll wake up and the urge to text her will be gone. The power will be back in your hands. The world won't look the same because you won't be the same. You'll be stronger, wiser, and more in control. Delete her number. Block if you need to. Don't trust your impulses. Remove her from socials, or at least mute. Protect your peace. Tell a close friend about your decision. Accountability helps. Create a daily routine. Movement, journaling, social connection. Fill the void with structure. Track your no-contact streak. Mark every day as a win. Celebrate small victories. You might be wondering, what if she texts me first? The temptation to reply will be massive. Here's the truth. Unless it's a genuine attempt at reconciliation with clear change, it's just a test if she still has power over you. Don't hand it back. Remember, the rule is about protecting you. The day she leaves, your world feels like it ends. But really, it's the day your new chapter begins. The rule is simple. No contact. Follow it with discipline. Guard your mind, guard your peace. And you'll come out of this not weaker, but stronger, sharper, and free. Because healing doesn't start with her reply. Healing starts with your silence. And that silence is where you find your strength.